evidence for me to believe otherwise. And sometimes I kind of believe in these conspiracy theorist stuff, but I don't believe in this. I mean, I know that for sure. I don't believe in this.
Yeah, me neither. Um, Kendrick Perkins, trying to stay in the media, says Rondo wanted out of Boston. Is this another one of those no duh moments?
Oh, Kendrick, I really like you a lot, and I know you want your endorsement deals, but it's going to be tough when Shaq criticizes you every single Thursday night on TNT. So I think you should just stop trying to get endorsement deals because Shaq's going to shut you down and freeze you out of endorsement deals. So I just suggest you play as hard as you can and you play as smart as you can so you can avoid being on Shaq'd and a Fool and silence all the haters out there who constantly rip on you every single day.
Mm-hmm. He's a laughing stock of the league, honestly.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no.
But
no, you think he's a laughing stock?
Yes, the thing he says and things he does are just they're all laughable, and he doesn't. He's definitely the laughing stock of the league, definitely.
No, Nick Young is.
Nick Young's gotten better though. He's limited the Shaq in a Fool moments.
No, but what does Kendrick really like on the basketball court? I mean, okay, off the court, yeah, but on the basketball court, I'd rather take Perkins' patience and IQ of the game more than Nick Young's IQ of the game.
Yeah, that's true. His IQ is better because he doesn't do anything. He's so limited in the offense. He's not asked to do anything but play defense and
he
get
plays
rebounds.
harder than most guys in the league. No, I don't believe that. I mean, he plays just as hard as anybody else. But I think Thunder fans put too much of the blame on him. I'm talking about for playoff situations.
They put a lot of blame on him for no reason.
Yeah, I think Thunder fans just blame everyone in the world except for Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. I mean, just think about it. Referees are a problem. Arenas are a problem. San Antonio cheated. San Antonio rigged the games. NBA rigged the games. I mean, what's next? How about we blame your own team for losing constantly in conference final situations?
That's so true. You hear the rest of the league talking about, oh, Westbrook shoots too much, yada yada, but you'll never hear that from a Thunder fan.
Exactly. You'll never hear a Thunder fan say, you know what, Kevin Durant defensively has not done a good job. No, I mean, I think Kevin Durant's a pretty good defender, but I'm just saying as an example. Like, they would never criticize Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook.
They're good fans, but
no,
they only look at the positive. You don't think they're good fans?
They're good fans, but they're kind of like, I've been ripping on fans even before the show. I said Knicks fans have no clue about the game of basketball, and then now I'm hating on Thunder fans. I think Thunder fans aren't realistic when it comes to understanding what the problems of the team are. It's not all Russell Westbrook, it's not all Kevin Durant, and it's not all referees, or it's not all Kendrick Perkins. Let's dish out the blame equally for losing games in the playoffs. So I think Thunder fans need to be more knowledgeable about the game instead of leaping to conclusions and just pointing the finger at role players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Like, you look at their like last year, they could have beaten they faced a tough Memphis Grizzlies team in the first round. They could have beaten them. I think they were unprepared for that first round. I think they came out sluggish in almost every game. Even the games they were winning, they were behind a lot. And, yeah, no one was talking about, oh, we weren't ready for this game. We got off slow. People were talking about the refs, and you look at the second round, and it was the refs, and the Western Finals, and it was the refs, and it was the Spurs, and it was this, and it was Scott Brooks, and it was that. It's just you gotta look at your team and look at why you guys actually lost the games, and who the blame might have been on Kevin Durant. It actually might have been on Westbrook or Ibaka for not stepping up. But it's not always the refs. It's not always something slippery was on the floor.
And Thunder fans go out of their way to not give credit to the other team or even LeBron James. I mean, it's LeBron James hate central in Oklahoma City. I mean, what has LeBron James done to you? What, put up 36, 10 and 10 every single time he plays against you? Is that what you're mad about? Because you can't hate on the guy when he's been very classy to Kevin Durant.
Well, I think they're just mad that LeBron beat them in the finals.
Yeah. Well, they should be. I mean, they should congratulate LeBron James for showing the team's flaws.
True. That series, the Heat really did expose OKC and what was wrong with them.
Yeah. And
then OKC ended up trading away what now is one of the best players in the league in James Harden.
Exactly.
The Knicks. Goran Dragic maybe playing for the Knicks next year. He's a free agent next summer. Yeah, what do you think about that for the Knicks, for Knicks fans, for Goran?
Knicks should make it happen. I mean, if you're the Knicks, Knicks fans don't know who Goran Dragic is because they don't pay any attention to the Phoenix Suns, which is sad. I mean, Knicks fans are just mainstream fans who only care about players in big markets or players that get the big headlines. But Dragic is such a smart player. He's so consistent. He's so fundamentally sound. He's such a nice guy. It seems like Goran Dragic to the Knicks would make the Knicks better. And that's the thing with the Knicks. They need to get better somehow. And let's start with a good point guard in Goran Dragic, who could be an elite point guard in this league.
Yeah, imagine him and Melo.
Yeah.
Because I could see the Knicks tying Goran Dragic down for 4 years, and imagine him and Melo running up the court, playing two-man ball. That's fun to watch. And the Knicks has a team. They need to start over, start from scratch. Get rid of those ugly, nasty contracts. Get rid of that Amari Stoudemire deal. We know he's been playing better of late, but still, get rid of that deal. He's not going to play like that all year. Get rid of that Andrea Bargnani deal. He's bad.
I thought the Barg experiment was going to work for a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it would be okay. Has he played all year, or is he still injured?
He's been in a suit and tie on the bench, but he hasn't put on a jersey and shorts on.
Yeah, that's obviously not working if he's not playing. And if they can get rid of those bad contracts, start from scratch, kind of look at your team and think, what do we need? Because they didn't really get any. I mean, they didn't have much cap space. They didn't really get anything of need. They can start getting some players that they need, and a real big man, a real point guard, guys to help Melo out. Then I think that'll be okay.
Is Derek Fisher a good coach?
I don't know. I know that's not a good answer. I don't know if Derek Fisher is a good coach. He hasn't. They're not losing because of him. Obviously, they're losing because of their lack of talent and not executing at the end of games. I think that's why they're losing. But Fisher hasn't proven to be a good coach, but I don't think he's done anything to be a bad coach.
So he's mediocre.
Yeah, he's a mediocre coach. I think he's better than Jason Kidd, let's put it that way.
No, I think Jason Kidd's one good coach.
Okay, Jason Kidd during his first year in Brooklyn, let me put it that way.
You don't like what he's been doing in Milwaukee?
I think, he's done much better with the young guys. Because Milwaukee's been attempting to be competitive. They just lost Jabari Parker, and they weren't expected to do anything in this season. But
they have that bad boy named Giannis. But
oh God, do you think Bruno Caboclo is the next Giannis?
Oh yes, I was gonna talk about him today at the end of the show. Bruno Caboclo. First of all, Drake was trying to give a hug on Drake Night to Bruno Caboclo, and Bruno rejected him. And I'll tell you why that's a good thing, because Bruno is basically saying, you weren't here with us during the bad times.
What?
Because Bruno basically, what I love about Bruno Caboclo is that he's like another Giannis. He's lanky, he's kind of a little thin, but he's tall, he can do it all. And if you put Bruno, if you give him some minutes for Toronto, he's another dynamic player that could all of a sudden put this team on a whole new level. Because when Lowry leaves, when DeRozan is retired, Bruno's going to be the man in Toronto. He's going to be half man, half amazing Vince Carter all over again.
You really think he can?
Yeah.
Do you see DeMar DeRozan as kind of like a Vince Carter type player when Vince was in Toronto?
Yeah, I do. I think he even plays like Vince a little bit, going to the basket, so explosive, great athlete. I just think Vince Carter promotes himself more, so more people in America knew about Vince. But DeRozan is definitely like Vince Carter. I just hope that DeRozan will stay healthy, even though, he's getting better and better with his health. Hopefully he can come back from his injury soon. I wish we could have seen him at Staples Center and come back home on Saturday. But, yes, I think with DeRozan, look, Toronto's winning games without him. With him, who can beat them?
Wait, okay, I know you're a Toronto fan. What do you think of the Drake? Do you like Drake at the games, promoting them heavily on social media, sitting right next to the bench, basically?
I appreciate it, and I hope he sticks with it even when they lose games.
They need him. They need Drake.
Yes, they need him because they need people like him. They need people like maybe me coming on here and promoting this pro-Toronto propaganda agenda. I think the more we can feed this down the throats of every single American, it would help, because this Raptors team, and it would be huge if they could win the finals. Maybe not this year, but next year. Would you give them a shot next year if they land a big free agent? Would you give them a chance?
Yes, definitely. I'd give them a chance. They're the class of the East right now. I think them, Chicago, Cleveland, and Atlanta are the class of the East. And no, I thought Washington in there too. Those five teams. And if they could do some damage, if they can avoid Cleveland in the first round, because Cleveland, I think, is just a better team. If they can avoid Cleveland and say they end up facing like an Atlanta or a Washington in the first round, they could probably beat either of those teams.
Yes, and I really think Toronto could beat a Derrick Rose-less Chicago Bulls team.
But why would Derrick Rose not be there?
Well, what happens if he's injury prone?
Okay, but he's been healthy in the last few games. He's been sick. Come on, it's flu season.
No. I know that. I like Derrick Rose, but I'm putting out a hypothetical. What happens if he goes down with a freak injury again?
That's true.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
That happens.
And I just think Toronto, I wish that the players would be more like jerks. I wish Kyle Lowry was more of a jerk.
He is.
He's not a jerk. Not now. In Houston he was. Not now. The reason why is because in order for the Raptors to gain popularity worldwide, and especially here in America, you need to be a little bit of a jerk. You need to be bombast. You need to be over the top, because people have never respected Toronto in the first place. So it's almost like you have to go out of your way to make yourself known if you're a Raptors player.
But you don't want to be hated. And if you're a jerk to everyone, you're gonna end up being notoriously